Hello Year 1. Okay, before you've opened this video, you should have listened to or read Dinosaur Swamp Stomp. It's a short text, and I wonder if you've noticed that it's not a story. It doesn't give us information. It's actually a different text. It's called a poem. Now, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to look at different poems. They're written usually to entertain us, and sometimes they're to tell a story. Now, I know that this is a poem because there are some big clues on the page. We're going to go through and we're going to highlight those features today. Now, you can use this video later in the week with different poems if you need to come back and look at what those features are. Let's do this one together today. So you need to mark it on your page as well. Here we go. The first feature I can see that tells me it's a poem is that there are verses. Now I've got lots of different coloured pencils and highlighters and things here. I can see verses. Actually, I might use a pen for this one. Okay, so the verses are these here. Sometimes people might call these paragraphs, but they're not actually paragraphs in a poem. They're verses. And I know that because they all have the same amount of lines in them. Look, this one has 1, 2, 3 lines. This one has 1, 2, 3, and the last one has 3. So usually in a poem, they have the same amount. There are 3 verses in this poem. Another clue that I can see that tells me it's probably a poem is that it has rhythm. Now, this is not something that we can mark on our page, but when we read it, we can hear a kind of beat. Stomping, stamping dinosaurs, clomping round on bumpy paws. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Oozy, snoozy dinosaurs, scratching sides with spiky claws. Scratch, scratch, scratch. So we can hear the same rhythm, the same beat in each verse. This poem also has rhyme in it. Not all poems do, but this one does. The rhyming words are found at the end of lines. The tricky thing is, though, that poems can have different rhyming patterns. Let's see if we can find the rhyming words at the end of the lines in this poem. Dinosaurs, pause, stomp. Which words rhyme there? Remember, rhyming words end in the same sounds. Yeah, dinosaurs and pause. They rhyme. What about the next verse? Dinosaurs, claws, scratch. Well, scratch doesn't sound like the others. Dinosaurs, claws. Yeah, dinosaurs and claws rhymes. What about the last verse? Dinosaurs, jaws, chomp. Hopefully you've noticed that. It's dinosaurs and jaws that rhyme. Ah, look at that. There's a rhyming pattern there. And I'm going to mark that rhyming pattern. Do you notice that as well? In each verse, the same rhyming pattern happens. The first 2 lines, they end in rhyming words. And the last one doesn't. So we call this an A, oh, I'll fix that A up there, B pattern. Again, A, B, A, B, because the B lines don't rhyme. If it went rhyming word, not rhyming word, rhyming word, not rhyming word, it would be A, B pattern. Okay, or A, C, sorry, because the last one doesn't rhyme either. Okay, so you have to think about which words rhyme when you're locating or finding the rhyming pattern. Something else that I can find is punctuation. Now the punctuation in here is not like in any other writing that we've done. Quite often there are not full sentences, and sometimes there's not even full stops. In this poem, there are no full stops. The only punctuation I can see are these exclamation marks and some commas to separate the adjectives that they have used to describe the dinosaurs. So there's actually no full sentences in there. The last thing that I can see in this poem that's often found is repetition. Now we know that when it's repetition, it means it repeats over and over. Can you see any words in here that repeat? Yep, I can see that. Oh, the word dinosaurs is repeated in every single verse. I can also see on the last line in every verse, there are 3 words that are repeated over and over. And that is done to help create interest, but also sometimes to make something sound like that thing. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Kind of sounds like a dinosaur stomping. So poems sometimes have repetition as well. You can see that repetition has happened in the same place. Keep this video, because when you work tomorrow with a different poem, you might need to refer to this video to help you find the features in the next poem. Have fun with poetry, Year 1.